There's a phrase doing the rounds in the tech press at the moment that I think will land differently for you than it does for most people. It's called AI veganism. An education researcher called David Joyner coined it last year. He was trying to explain why so many people are refusing to adopt AI. And he noticed that the usual model doesn't fit. Normally, with a new technology, the skeptics are just late. Give it time and they come round. Joyner's point was, what if that's not what's happening here? What if AI refusal behaves more like veganism? A conviction that doesn't erode with familiarity because it was never about familiarity in the first place. So he mapped it onto 3 of the classic reasons people give for going vegan. Ethical sourcing. For AI, that's consent, all that creative work scraped into training data without anyone asking. Environmental cost, the electricity and water it takes to run these systems at scale. And personal wellness, the worry that leaning on it too heavily dulls something in us, the digital equivalent of asking what a diet does to the body. Now, I don't think the story ends there. And this is the bit I actually want to leave you with. A linguist called Bridget Nearly picked the metaphor apart properly, and she noticed something. We've been here before. Back in the early 2010s, climate campaigners coined the phrase low-carbon diet. Same trick. Take an overwhelming structural problem and shrink it down to something you personally can choose. It felt empowering, and it also quietly let the real power holders off the hook. Nehrlich's point about AI veganism is the same one. Choosing not to use these tools is coherent and honest, but it doesn't by itself touch how the systems get built, who controls them, or whose interests they serve. Industrial agriculture wasn't dismantled by personal diets either. It took policy, regulation, pressure on the people actually holding the levers. And that's a tension I think you already know from the inside better than most people reading these articles. Most of us didn't go vegan to single-handedly end factory farming. We went vegan because it was right. And like me, you've probably made your peace long ago with the fact that rightness and structural change are 2 different jobs, both necessary, neither one a substitute for the other. I'll be honest with you, I sit in an odd spot on this myself. I'm vegan, and I've also just spent a significant part of this year writing a book about choosing to live with AI rather than abstain from it. I don't think that's a contradiction, but I don't think it lets me off the hook either. And as it happens, that's exactly the ground I hope to start exploring next month.